Yeah, so let me begin. So I will welcome everybody. I'm David Blockstein. I'm with Bard College in the US. I'm the co-director of our Solve Climate by 2030 project that features Worldwide Climate and Justice Education Month. Uh, we are actually past that month, but we are continuing because our goal is to have people teaching about climate change, climate solutions, and climate justice every day. Now we are in Earth Month. We're moving towards um, Earth Day next week, and actually, we will have a webinar next week. It'll be on Earth Day. So that'll be Wednesday of next week at this same time, looking at Indigenous rights and other issues related to climate justice. But today I'm delighted to once again have our good friend Camille and her good friend Brio, the rescue rooster. Camille is the creator and leader of Kids for Positive Change. Some of you have already had the opportunity to meet her. This is her third webinar with us, and all of the webinars are recorded on our YouTube channel, as is the webinar we had last week, where we had Miss Cotty reading from her book, which is designed for young children, called Too Much Climate. And she read through that book and um, talked about how that can be, how teachers can use that with their students. So all of that is on our YouTube channel, and I'll put the links onto that. And I'll say that today we're also recording. This will be posted on our YouTube channel. And as long as we have your email address, so if you registered directly with us, we'll have your email address and we'll send you directly the recording today and some of the other information that Miss Camille is going to present. So Miss Camille comes to us from the great state of Ohio on the shores of Lake Erie in the mid-continent of the United States. And I will let you take it away, Camille. Thank you again for joining us.
Yes. So, hello, everyone. Thank you for that wonderful introduction, David. I'm so happy to be with you all today. As David said, I am the founder of Kids for Positive Change, which is a multimedia environmental education company inspiring kids throughout the world to take positive action for our planet. I developed a series of the same name, Kids for Positive Change. We have 3 seasons of the series, which air on our local PBS station out of Erie, Pennsylvania. I am based in Ohio. Erie is just a short trip away. I'm right by the Ohio-Pennsylvania border. And they air each episode every Saturday publicly. And then all of the episodes are available on our Kids for Positive Change YouTube channel. I decided to do a series because it's a way to reach kids that I cannot physically meet throughout the nation and throughout the world. And season 2 was completely dedicated to what I call climate change contributors, one of them being deforestation. That's the 27-minute episode I'm sharing with you today. And um, the deforestation episode, as all the episodes, actually include expert guests. This is one of my favorite episodes. We have an expert guest from Amazon Frontlines, which is an organization helping Indigenous peoples in the Amazon protect their land from oil companies and mining companies. So we're going to hear from an expert guest. The kids that you see in the series are all students of mine. They are not actors. They are students that are passionate about protecting the planet. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I just do want to make a note here where I am. We had an intense lightning and thunderstorm last night, and there's another thunderstorm rolling in. So for any chance, if you lose me, I'll come back. But let's try to get started here. All right. All right. And just, David, I can see you. Just when I start to play this, give me a thumbs up that you can
Kids
hear
for
it.
Positive Change is brought to you in part by
Okay. All right.
Robert
Here we
S.
go.
Morrison Foundation, the Ashtabula Foundation, the Kendall Foundation, Huffman Mayer Paulo Wealth Management Group of Wells Fargo Advisors, a friend of Kids for Positive Change, After School Discovery, and viewers like you. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Camille with Kids for Positive Change, and this is Bree, the Rescue Rooster. Join Bree, me, and the Kids for Positive Change team to take positive action to curb climate change. Are you ready, Bree? Are you ready? Let's meet the team.
Hi, I'm Sadie.
Giselle,
Michelle.
Jenna,
Jalen,
Emma.
Tyree,
Hi, I'm Clara.
Chance,
Malia.
Quinn.
We are Kids for Positive Change.
We're the Kids for Positive Change, working together so we can arrange bright ideas and actions with help from our heart to heal our planet, 'cause we're one family. Our goal is finding solutions we need to save our planet. Let's start with the seed that grows into actions to help light the way. Kids for Positive Change, come join us today.
Today, we're learning about climate change, deforestation, and how we can take positive action. Climate change is a pretty hot topic, literally. Let me explain. First, let's talk about climate. Climate is not the same as weather. Weather changes from day to day. Some days it's sunny, raining, snowing, or windy. Climate is the pattern of weather conditions over a large area over a long period of time, like 30 years or more. Different places on Earth have different climates. There are dry climates, which get little rain, temperate climates that are warm with mild to cold winters, tropical climates that are warm, humid, and wet, polar climates with super cold winters and short, cool summers. The animals, plants, and people living in these places rely on steady climates to survive and thrive.
But climates are changing because the Earth's temperature is rising.
And the Earth's temperature is rising because of greenhouse gases, otherwise known as
Global warming. Global warming is caused by too much carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide in the Earth's atmosphere. These are naturally occurring greenhouse gases, but we've got way too much in the Earth's atmosphere right now because of human activities.
Did you know there are many climate change contributors?
Like what? Burning fossil fuels, coal, oil, and gas used to power car, buses, trains, and planes and used to generate electricity.
Deforestation due to cattle ranching, palm oil plantations, mining, and logging.
Fast fashion.
Plastic production and pollution. And remember, plastics contain oil, a fossil fuel. Industrial agriculture, growing crops using toxic pesticides and fertilizers.
Clearing too much land to grow crops and raise animals for food.
Food waste.
Tyree, it's gonna be okay.
But there are so many climate change contributors.
I don't know what to do.
Let's push pause. There are many climate change contributors that are causing global warming, which is causing climate change. But we don't have to tackle all of them today. It's gonna be okay. Let's focus on deforestation. But what does deforestation have to do with climate change?
Deforestation is the cutting, burning, bulldozing, clearing, and ultimate removal of forests to put something else in its place.
not good.
Deforestation not only destroys forests and biodiversity, but it also contributes to climate change. That's why I call deforestation a climate change contributor. Take it away, Quinn.
See? Forests act as carbon sinks. No, not a literal sink. A carbon sink is anything that absorbs more carbon dioxide than it releases. But when forests are destroyed, the carbon dioxide stored in the trees is released into the Earth's atmosphere. Fewer forests, fewer sinks. more carbon dioxide in the Earth's atmosphere.
One such sink suffering from deforestation is the tropical rainforest. Let's journey to this tropical climate to learn more. Are you ready, team?
Ready.
Are you ready? Let's go. Rainforests throughout the world are called the lungs of the planet because they absorb a lot of carbon dioxide and produce a lot of oxygen.
Rainforests play a vital role in the health of our planet and life on Earth.
Rainforests' tropical climates are warm, humid, and wet.
Uh-oh.
Because of this lush tropical climate, rainforests are home to millions of plant and animal species. Whoa!
The biggest tropical rainforest is the Amazon rainforest in South America. The Amazon rainforest is not only home to millions of plants and animals, 1 in 10 known species on Earth, but is also home to 30 million people, including over 350 indigenous and ethnic groups and communities that rely on the forest to survive and thrive. They have so much to teach us about the importance of the rainforest.
There is a connection between the health of the Amazon and the health of our planet. By containing billions in tons of carbon, the Amazon rainforest helps stabilize local and global climates. More on that later. Let's check out the animals who call the Amazon rainforest home.
On the Amazon rainforest floor, you might encounter a jaguar. In the sky, a harpy eagle or macaw.
In the Amazon River, you might see a pink river dolphin or anaconda. In the trees, you might see an emerald tree boa or a three-toed sloth.
It's time for Quiz Quest with Chance, who's on a quest for knowledge.
True or false? Sloths do not have a whole ecosystem living in their fur. False. Sloths do have a whole ecosystem living in the fur consisting of insects, moths, fungi, and algae.
Slow-moving sloths are super cool and important. Sloth hairs have microcracks. These microcracks are the perfect place for algae and fungi to survive and thrive. Species of algae and fungi found on sloths haven't been found anywhere else on Earth.
Sloths share a symbiotic relationship with algae. Algae finds water and shelter in sloth hair, and in return, provides sloths with camouflage, which protects them from predators.
And what about those fungi? Scientists have discovered some strains of fungi found on sloths may have disease-fighting properties that can help humans.
Whoa! There's a lot of biodiversity in the Amazon rainforest.
There
Man.
sure is. And biodiversity relies on a healthy rainforest to survive and thrive because every animal and plant is interconnected and has a role to play in keeping the rainforest ecosystem balanced. And when the rainforest is healthy,
We're healthy too.
But climate change is turning the Amazon rainforest tropical warm and wet climate into a warmer and drier climate. A drier climate means less rain, which impacts forest and freshwater ecosystems, indigenous people who call the forest home, animals, soil, biodiversity, our health, and our global climate. Animals and plants living in the rainforest are losing their habitats and food sources. Some are vulnerable, endangered, or critically endangered, and at risk of becoming extinct. As this happens, they can't play their important roles keeping the ecosystem balanced. This leads to something called a cascading effect. When one thing goes down, it starts a chain reaction.
Not good. It's a double whammy.
Whammy number 1. Climate change is causing animals, plants, and people to lose their homes and food sources. Whammy number 2. To make matters worse, when the Amazon rainforest is cut down, it can't do what it does best, absorb and store carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas causing climate change. Add in rising temperatures, not enough rain, and the rainforest turns into a dry savanna and could become a source of carbon dioxide instead of a sink.
According to Amazon Frontlines, we cannot protect the climate or stop the extinction crisis if we don't protect the Amazon rainforest. There is hope. Let's ask an expert to learn more.
Hi everyone, my name is Nicolas Mainville. I am a biologist specialized in forest conservation, and I'm based here in the Amazon rainforest working here with indigenous communities to try to protect their land. I've been based here in the Amazon for 6 years now, working with Amazon Frontlines, an organization that specializes in supporting indigenous communities to defend their rights, their culture, and their land. The Amazon is the biggest rainforest in the world. This is the highest density of animals and plants you can find anywhere else on the planet. We call it a biodiversity hotspot. So you have high density of species and very complex interactions between each species. For example, there's more than 40,000 plant species just here in the Amazon, 3,000 species of fish. I mean, there's more than 1,300 species of birds, so much life. And being the biggest rainforest in the world, it influences a lot on the climate and the water cycles just for the entire planet. But for me, the most important thing about the Amazon and why it's so important to protect, it's also the home for more than 400 indigenous communities. Unfortunately, the Amazon is gravely in danger. The biggest threat that we can see here in the Amazon is deforestation. One of the main reasons why the forest is being destroyed, you probably know, it's because of cattle ranching. A lot of land is being cut down to put cows, and they put cows so that we can offer meat to the world market. People like to eat meat, you like to eat meat, and everybody wants meat, so they need space to have those cows growing. So cutting down the forest to put pasture and cattle ranching is like 70% of the reasons why deforestation happens in the Amazon. But there's also other reasons. Here in the Western Amazon, where we're based, in Ecuador, in Peru, and Colombia, the main reason why there is deforestation is because of the oil industry. The oil industry comes in, builds their roads, put their pipelines, put their oil wells and oil platforms, and then the forest is being destroyed slowly after that. So whether the forest is cut down to produce meat, to extract oil or gold or palm oil, the consequences on indigenous communities are huge. You have to imagine, communities here living in the forest have been using the forest for thousands of years as a grocery store, as a pharmacy, as a church. They use the forest on every single day life. So imagine if your grocery store was being destroyed, or if your pharmacy was burnt down, or your church was rampaged. Of course it would affect you. So every time there are activities like industrial activities happening in indigenous land, it causes huge impact on their culture, their way of life, their health, and their capacity as a people to survive on the long term. Unfortunately too, cutting down the rainforest here in the Amazon doesn't only impact the people that live here. It impacts all of us, all across the globe, because the rainforest here captures a lot of carbon. And you know, carbon, when it's stored in the trees, in the vegetation, it's great, it's good, it stays there, it doesn't affect the climate. But if you cut down the forest, you release all this carbon up in the atmosphere and has a huge impact on the climate and the climate crisis that we know is happening right now. What's very exciting is that there are solutions. Working here for the past 20 years, seeing how the indigenous communities are so strong in resisting and blocking the invasions of their land, and supporting those communities really work. It's a sustainable solution. And so you as kids, also as individuals, you can support those indigenous communities by supporting groups like Amazon Frontlines, but also by knowing more about what's happening in the Amazon. And remember, if we're cutting down the rainforest, it's because we want meat, we want oil, we want gold, or we want palm oil. So you, as a consumer, can say, I don't want those things. I don't want to eat meat that comes from Brazil, for example. I don't want to consume a lot of oil. I can switch my habits and make sure that I'm not promoting deforestation in the Amazon. So by being a consumer very far away from the Amazon, you still have an impact. And this is where all of us can play a role in protecting the Amazon.
If rainforests are so important, why are humans cutting it down?
The main reason for deforestation in the Amazon rainforest is cattle ranching. The rainforest is cleared to raise cattle. The cattle ends up as beef burgers, steaks, roasts, or prime rib on our plates. The cattle need to eat, so even more rainforest is cleared to grow soybeans to feed cattle in the Amazon and to meet demands to feed cattle globally. Plus, cattle produces methane, CH4, which is another greenhouse gas causing global warming, which is causing climate change. It's a double whammy.
This is a big problem.
It sure is.
But together, we can find solutions and take positive action.
We know with small steps and bright ideas can lead to big results.
Are you ready to take positive action? Yeah! Our Kids for Positive Change team meet and share their bright ideas to stop deforestation and curb climate change. You can start your very own Kids for Positive Change team. Ask friends and family to meet and talk about how you can take positive action to help the planet. Set goals, take action. What can we do to take positive action?
We can! Be Earth advocates. To advocate means standing up and speaking about a cause you believe in and asking others to join you. We can write letters and sign petitions to decision makers asking them to save and protect the Amazon rainforest and its biodiversity from deforestation.
Support organizations like Amazon Frontlines, whose mission is to empower Indigenous people to protect and preserve the Amazon.
We have the power to change climate change by the choice.
Kids for Positive Change is brought to you in part by
I think Miss Camille is having some connection issues.
Yeah, our internet keeps going in and out. Let me see if I can get this back. Here. All right.
Kids for Positive Change is
50 indigenous and
just specialize in all those
rainforest and its biodiversity from deforestation.
Support organizations like Amazon Frontlines, whose mission is to empower Indigenous people to protect and preserve the Amazon.
We have the power to change climate change by the choice.
Huh. All right. Well,
Kids for Positive Change is
so I'm sorry, everyone. It looks like there's something, it's not the internet. There's something wrong with the video. But the good news is you get the gist. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop this share. I'm going to jump on over to another video from this series just so you can see how we end the series. Yeah, there seems to be some issue with this video. Let's try one more time.
We have the power to change climate change by the choice.
All right, let's stop my share. All right, let me go here. So the nice thing is you kind of got the gist of that's the deforestation episode. The kids share facts. I really loved our expert guest from Amazon Frontlines. And we use a lot of B-roll, so it's visually enticing. If I'm going to go ahead and share this, another video. This was one that we actually showed a couple weeks ago. Let me find it here. Just so you can see how everything ends. So let me jump over here. So this episode really focused on food waste, but it's the same idea of problems and then solutions. So we'll end here. Here we go. So try to. This was our expert guest from Center for Biological Diversity. All right, so this little section is called Helpful Habits, and it's just these little segments help kid viewers determine what they can do to help. So here we go. This is me saying we have the power to change climate change, and here we go.
Change climate change by the choices we make every day.
Helpful Habits with Jenna and Jalen.
A habit is a repeated behavior, something we do over and over again every day. We can form helpful habits to help the planet.
We can take a little. Smaller portions equal less food waste. Still hungry?
Go back for seconds.
We can eat everything on our plate. If we can't finish, we can save leftovers for later.
Tyree's Tips with Emma and Tyree.
Repurpose food. What can you do with brown bananas? Make a smoothie, banana bread, or banana pancakes. How about an orange rind? Use it to sop up greasy countertops. And an orange half? Make an eco-friendly bird feeder.
Room for Change with Clara and Chance.
You can take positive action for the planet in every room in your home.
Before heading to the store, take inventory. Look in the fridge and pantry to see what food you have, so you only buy what you need.
And don't shop hungry. This leads to overbuying.
Start to compost in your kitchen or your backyard. Composting is a great way to recycle food waste.
What items can we compost?
Tea bags, eggshells, apple cores, banana peels, coffee grounds, paper, bread, and popcorn.
Use your compost in your garden or flower bed.
Hey Chance, did you know sustainable farming is looking up? Vertical farming allows farmers to grow way more food using way less land. Way cool. Hey Clara, what do apple peels and shoes have in common? Apple leather shoes.
Apple leather is made from apple peels from the apple juice industry. Repurposing apple peels keeps them from breaking down and producing methane that contributes to climate change. Now that's food for thought.
Way cool. Hey Malia, did you know food waste can be turned into fuel?
Yep, this type of fuel is called biofuel.
Way cool.
Food waste isn't the only climate change contributor. That's a problem.
Fertilizer used to grow crops bigger and faster is a big climate change contributor too. Let's focus on fertilizer. What does fertilizer have to do with climate change?
Fertilizers are used on crops to help them grow. They're added to the soil to provide crops with nutrients. But overuse of fertilizers results in nitrous oxide emissions. Nitrous oxide is another greenhouse gas heating up Earth's atmosphere and causing climate change. Pound for pound, nitrous oxide warms the planet 300 times as much as carbon dioxide. Fertilizers also degrade the soil, so it has less and less nutrients. According to soil scientists, we are running out of nutrient-rich soil. Less nutrient-rich soil, less nutritious food. Also, fertilizer can dump extra nutrients into the water system, which might create wildlife-killing algae blooms in lakes and the ocean. This is called eutrophication.
This is a big problem.
It sure is.
But together, we can find solutions and take positive action.
We know with small steps and bright ideas can lead to big results.
Are you ready to take positive action? Yeah! What can we do to take positive action?
We can!
Advocate for organic farming without harmful fertilizers. We can ask decision makers to help farmers adopt sustainable practices like no-till and cover cropping, farming, and using organic fertilizers, all of which are good for soil, plants, and planet.
Use our dollars to buy organic fruits and vegetables and try to buy from local farmers markets.
Make the connection with Quinn and Giselle.
Today, we're talking about food waste, fertilizer, and climate change.
What's the connection?
We know food waste and fertilizer are climate change contributors.
Fertilizer also depletes the soil from important nutrients.
Exactly, but food waste turned into compost can add nutrients to soil.
And when we compost food waste, we are cutting down on carbon emissions and helping to curb climate change.
Totally. Now that we've made the connection, let's pass it on.
Pass on everything you've learned today. One of the most powerful things you can do is share your knowledge with friends and family. Take positive action together.
Make an informative flyer to share your knowledge.
Draw a picture to share your knowledge.
Make a video to share your knowledge.
Write an article for your local newspaper to share your knowledge.
Sadie's Solutions with Sadie.
We
we've just told you about many solutions. Let's add them to your Take Action jar. Compost food waste. Take a little. Eat leftovers. And repurpose food. Every day, choose one piece of paper and take action.
Bree, choose something from the Take Action jar. Oh, that down there? Okay, let's see. Make a kitchen compost container. Join us.
What you'll need: container. We suggest upcycling an empty 2-liter juice or soda bottle. Dirt. Scraps of paper. Leaves and grass clippings. Fruit and vegetable peelings. Spray bottle with water. Push pin. Large spoon. Scissors. Tray or plate. Step 1. Have a grown-up cut off the top of the bottle and using the push pin, poke holes in the bottom of the bottle. Step 2. Place the bottle on a plate or tray. Step 3. Add dirt, scrap paper, and old leaves. Step 4. Use the spray bottle with the water to wet this layer. Step 5. Add fruit and veggie peelings, eggshells, coffee grounds. Step 6. Place the container in a spot with some sunlight. Step 7. Each day, spray the mixture with water and stir. Step 8. Place a rag or towel over the container. Step 9. In time, you'll have compost. Step 10. Take the compost outside and place it in a garden or flower bed.
Motivational message with Malia.
There's no time to waste. The planet needs us now. You can make a positive difference. Believe in yourself and take action.
Bree, the Kids for Positive Change team rocks. Or in chicken speak, walks. But they're not alone. Did you know there are kids across the globe taking positive action for the planet? Let's meet one of them now. I'm here with Gracie, an amazing Kids for Positive Change. Hi Gracie, how are you doing today? So I'm so happy you're here. And I was saying to you earlier, look, your colors, 4 and your beautiful floral top, it's the same yellow. Did you plan that? No? Wow, I'm impressed.
Starting route to 4233
So as a
Blackfield.
Kid for Positive Change, Gracie,
West
what
on
do you
Edgewater
think we
Drive.
can do to take positive action?
We can throw our trash away, recycle with compost.
Yes. Oh, tell me about composting.
That when you
Is it when you take some food like eggshells or vegetable peelings and you put them outside so they can biodegrade, right? And do you know what that does to the soil?
it gets more
Nutrients.
yeah.
Yeah, it gets more of the nutrients, right? Exactly. We've been talking in this episode about the importance of composting because food waste is a big problem. What do you know about food waste?
Is that people don't
Do they not eat everything on their plate? Yeah. What about you? Do you eat everything on your plate?
most of the time.
Most of the time, that's awesome. I love that. But occasionally, because it happens to me too, right? Our stomach is too small for what we thought, and we have all this food on our plate. And that's where, if those foods are like fruits and vegetables and like grains, we can put them in the compost pile, right? So we're not wasting it. We're giving them back to the earth, back to the soil. Awesome. Gracie, I am so happy you were here today to be our extraordinary Kid for Positive Change youth change maker. Give me a high five. Whoa, what an amazing youth change maker. You know what? You are a change maker too. Wherever you go, go the distance for the planet because
Local action gets global attraction.
we can go the distance for the planet by saving and protecting nature and natural resources in our local communities. When we
Use eco-friendly weed killer made from salt and light vinegar, which doesn't harm bees and butterflies.
Plant flowers for pollinators.
Pick up our dog's poop.
Ew.
we are taking positive action that makes a difference locally and globally.
You might not live near a grassland, but always remember
What we do here matters there.
Because climate change is impacting everything and everyone.
And when we take positive action to curb climate change, we're taking positive action for all animals, humans, and the planet, because we're all connected.
If we can take positive action, so can you!
Whoa, you all rock! Until next time, share your knowledge and keep taking positive action for a cooler climate and a brighter future. See you later. Bye. Bye.
We're the kids for positive change, working together so we can arrange bright ideas and actions with help from our heartbeat to heal our planet, cause we're one family. Our goal is finding solutions we need to save our planet. Let's start with the seed that grows into actions to help light the way. Kids for positive change, come join us today.
All right. All right, so you got to see a little bit of both episodes, but you get the gist that every episode addresses a climate change contributor problem and then loads kids' viewers up with viable solutions. Some solutions, like making that compost container, can be done in a classroom. So are there any questions or comments? This is the Q&A part of our time together about the series, or how maybe you can do something similar where you are. I started this series with my iPhone. So, and I work my way up to actually filming at WQLN Studios. But this is something, if your students are doing something to help the planet, make a little video, post it on social media. It's always inspiring to see kids doing something to help.
Well, thank you, Camille. This was lovely, very inspiring. We have a number of teachers and some students. So let's hear from you. What did you take away from this? What questions do you have for Camille? How do you think some of these lessons can apply with your classrooms and your students, and for the students, your fellow students? So go ahead and unmute yourself. And I'm also sharing the webinar for next week. I just put that in the chat. That's going to be next Wednesday at this time, because Wednesday is Earth Day.
Yeah. And if any questions aren't coming up now, but in future, my email, I'll put it again so it's fresh in the chat. You're always welcome to shoot me an email, ask questions. Like I said, all of these episodes are on our Kids for Positive Change YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and type in Kids for Positive Change. It's right there.
So Miriam has put in the chat that they're doing stuff for Earth Day,
great.
inspired by these webinars. They made a giant compost bin at their school for the garden, because she learned about that in our previous session on food waste. So thank you, Miriam.
Awesome. Wonderful. That is fantastic. Take pictures. Definitely take pictures. That's amazing.
Yeah. And I guess I'll start with the question while people are asking. So in terms of getting the kids to kind of go beyond their maybe a little bit of shyness or inhibition, how do you get them to move forward and show their real kid energy?
Yeah.
Or is that not a problem?
Well, it depends on the kid. I have some kids that are, camera ready. But really to emphasize, and this goes for being in front of a camera or when we're speaking at our city council meeting. I always remind the kids, you're speaking for the planet. You're speaking for animals. You're speaking for things that don't have human voices. So you have to be their voice. So if you get nervous, I want you to turn those nerves into excitement because you're doing something that, Earth herself or an animal cannot do on its own. So that kind of inspires them to move forward. And then just letting the kids know, we all make mistakes, especially on camera. When those bloopers happen or when a kid feels shy about saying a certain word, we just take our time. I just reinforce with them that it's okay to make mistakes. That's sometimes I will leave. If a kid flubs a line or a word, I'll leave that in the series because I don't want our viewers to think that all of our kids on our team, perfectly can deliver all of this information. And the kids that you see in the series, many of them I've had since they were in fourth grade. Many are graduating from high school this next month. So, it's just practice and being in front of the camera and just having a good time. We have a lot of good time.
Great. Thank you. So here's again in the chat from Sumalia. Dear Camille, thank you so much for the wonderful and inspiring presentation. We truly appreciate the way you guided us as educators and how to effectively spread these meaningful activities among our students. Your session was insightful and has given us great direction and motivation.
Oh, thank you. That is my that means so much to me. Thank you. Because as we all know as educators, this is a lot of hard work. We have to stay on top of what's out there and dealing with wonderful kids and their different personalities. So thank you, Shamalia. That means the world to me. Thank you so much.
Let's hear from our wonderful eco officers, Amira.
Yes, I wanted to tell you guys that last time Camille Licate in the first session, Miss Camille Licate told us that she told her students to turn off light switches. So we did something similar to that in our school. What we did was that we made an eco confession wall in where students put up these things that they did to harm the environment, but then they made a pledge to never do it again.
That's awesome. Oh, I love that. An eco confession wall. Good for you. That's a great idea. I love it. And then it gives them opportunity to recognize what they're doing and make a pledge. That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you are familiar with the wonderful oceanographer Jacques Cousteau, who did many educational programs, and he talked about everything that he was doing was for the children. I was part of a group that was able to give him an award at the Smithsonian Institution, and his grandson Philippe Cousteau has founded an organization that they call Earth Echo International. And Earth Echo uses this idea that you are sort of adding up all the good things that you do and all the not so good things that you do and asking, what is your Earth Echo? Is it a loud echo, a loud positive echo? Is it a loud negative echo? And so it's a way to not just think about the eco confessions, but also the eco pluses that you create.
That's amazing. I love that Earth Echo. I have to look that up.
Yeah. Anybody else want to share something or ask a question for Ms. Camille? I guess I'd be interested if one of the teachers wouldn't mind speaking up and talk about sort of how some of the techniques that you use with your students to get them engaged in the positive change for the earth.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
If you agree, can I share one video of our students, how they are engaging in the environment?
Sure, that would be great. Yeah, you can share, and if there's sound, just remember to click the share sound, and let me just make sure that you can share. Yes. Yeah, go ahead, and then Zainab will turn to you.
I'm just sharing it. Hold on. Can I just...
Well, while you're getting that ready, Zainab, did you want to share something, say something? You need to unmute.
Yes, actually, there's a video which I want to share, and I'm trying to share it with the screen. I'm just trying it. Give me a few seconds, please.
Okay, all right.
And I just popped the YouTube channel. Please, if the spirit moves you, please subscribe. When you click on our YouTube channel, like I said earlier, all of our short videos and long form videos are there.
Okay, parallel, I am going to share that we have requested all our students. We have a strength of 700 students in our school. So what we have requested our parents that let's plant trees. So I have asked parents to plant 3 trees at home. We are not talking about the plants. We are specific about the trees, that plant the trees, 3 trees, and try to look after them for 2 years. So we have shared the layout that there is a checklist that students have to mark it, giving them the water, looking after them. So they are actually marking the checklist. And we have had a bond with the parents that this is, you need to look after them for 2 years. So this is another initiative which our school have taken to give something to the environment by planting the trees.
Ah, that's wonderful. I love the idea of a checklist. So it helps the kids be accountable at home. That's amazing. That's wonderful.
Yeah, and that's really important because so many, I mean, there are lots of tree planting efforts, but unless you take care of the trees once you planted them, that many of the trees will not survive. I do want to say also that be sure that we have your email address because we will send you the recording from today. And then Ms. Camille and I have put a lot of links into the chat. And so we'll share that with everybody as well. So I know some of you have registered with us and we have your email. Others of you are not on our registration list. So please do put your email in the chat, either to the whole meeting or to me directly, so we can make sure to follow.
Yeah. Wonderful.
So do we have a video to share, Shiomi? Well, while we're waiting for that video, go ahead, Zainab. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Actually, I'm so sorry, I couldn't share it through the screen share.
Can you send us, is it possible to send a link to the video? Like maybe to
Yes, please,
so
wait.
it later? Yeah, perfect.
Yes, that'd be great. Okay, Zainab, you've been waiting very patiently, so go ahead and unmute, please.
Thank you so much. Good evening, guys. I hope you're doing well.
Yes,
Okay,
thank
so
you.
there is just thing which I want to share about my school. Like we are having morning assemblies for our greener tomorrow. Our school assemblies play an important role in building environment awareness among students. Eco-friendly theme and assemblies help our students each day with responsibility and care for our planet. This is what we are doing in our school. So yeah, this is the thing which I want to share with you all.
Ah, wonderful. That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. You've such a
Lovely.
such
It's
bright lights
a
around
lovely
you.
webinar. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Right. And anybody else want to share? And I know looks like Ayman has just joined us. We're actually getting towards the end, but as long as you can put your everybody put your email in the chat or um, give it to me and I'll put my email in again just so that we can make sure to send you the um, send you all the information from today.
Yeah.
The recording and the information from the chat.
Oh, so Miriam, I see you did the tote bags out of shirts. That's awesome. That's a really fun project. So making t-shirt bags, you get an old t-shirt, cut the collar and the sleeves off, and then you use the collar to tie around the bottom and you have a bag. And it's really fun. I'm so glad you did that. Awesome. Or shared it with your friend. Awesome. I love all this collaboration. This makes me so happy. Oh, nice. You did it too, Leah. Very good. Oh. Well, my friends, I can't thank you enough for carving out time to attend today's webinar and also the few that I had in the past. It's always been a long-standing dream of mine to collaborate with educators nationally or internationally. And I just you're such an amazing group of educators and taking what I've shared and running with it and then developing, your own ideas. It's just so inspiring that technology can bring us together, and we're all, working towards that same mission of not only protecting our planet but are inspiring young people to be our change makers. And it gives me goosebumps. I feel so very grateful. David, I have to thank you really for bringing all of us together. And I definitely have been collecting emails, and David, I know you'll send me them too. Let's definitely start maybe like a big email so we can just keep in touch with each other, bounce off ideas, do some collaboration. That sounds wonderful. If I am slow to respond, please forgive me. We're winding down a big project at a school I'm working with here. It culminates next week, and then I'll have a little more time to catch up on my emails. But I look forward to continuing to work with you and to continue our collaboration. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah. So thank you all. So I'm going to stop the recording now, but remind you that there will not be a webinar on Tuesday this time, but there'll be a webinar Wednesday at this time because, or an hour before this, it start the same time as today because next Wednesday will be Earth Day. So I wish you happy Earth Day in advance, and we look forward to seeing you again on Earth Day.
Yes. Happy Earth Day, everyone. Thank you so much.